Can you hear me through your microphone, by the way? Is there reverb? Like, so when I talk, you can hear me, but can you hear me twice? Is there like echo or anything?
Message from a new world I'd
Okay.
never known. Something about it felt like it'd been waiting my whole life. Is this home? I can hear each sound calling my name, and I feel angels around when I start to sing, and suddenly it feels like heaven's not so far away. Tell me, can you hear the symphony? Panic, panic now. Panic, panic now. Tell me, can you hear the symphony? I can't help but think that it's meant to be, that I'm finally right where I'm supposed to. If I let you into the secret, would you listen? I can hear each sound calling my name, and I feel angels around when I start to sing, and suddenly it feels like heaven's not so far away. Tell me, can you hear the symphony? Panic, panic now.
he's cool.
Yeah.
Like you gotta reach into his ass. Get mad.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Cap is a grown boy. So, welcome everybody to session
I'm
0.
still getting coffee!
You're good. This gives me a second to go ahead and do the shout out for TSR. And to explain how come you and Lane are all together. So I'm assuming this is from Thanksgiving still?
Okay, I've got my coffee.
Yeah.
So we had our Thanksgiving yesterday.
Okay. So, hey guys, so that's why they're together. Zach and Lane are going to be speaking. If there's any confusion about why their names are over there, pretty obvious. This is, of course, episode 5, right?
Hell yeah, boys. We're on episode 5.
Episode 5, man. That's awesome. That's 5 weeks. And I want to go ahead and do this. Knock it out of the park, TSR. Y'all are great. Y'all are awesome. And don't forget, everybody, about TSR Con, March 24th through the 27th, come 2020, at the Dungeon Hobby Shop Museum in Lake Genova, Wisconsin. Now, they're going to have all kinds of stuff there, tabletop. They're going to make some announcements. They're dropping some stuff, too, right now. They are busy. They got a lot of stuff going on. They got a lot of ideas going on. So, what's that?
You can hear Nana. Nana's joining us, too.
Gotcha, apparently.
Yeah.
Tell her I said hey. Tell that beautiful woman I said hey.
She can hear you.
Hey.
Hey.
Who's that?
Yeah, that's Drake.
How you doing?
I'm good. We're just streaming.
Okay, I'll shut up.
It's just chaos right now.
It really is. Man, this is how I love my podcast. It's
Yeah.
chaotic.
Do you guys want me to get like my roommate on the horn?
Let's hold off on that right now, man.
Yeah, I've got Cheyenne here with me. She's just listening into the straight degeneracy.
Oh God, poor woman.
It's great. It's really, really good. This is definitely going to be good content to show to Mr. Michael.
Yeah. So guys, real quick, I just want to ask, how was everybody's Thanksgiving? Everybody have fun? Everybody have enjoy themselves, except for Cap, who's somehow getting even worse and sicker.
We had strange food.
We really did, but it was actually kind of good.
Buzzard bites.
Cap, you're getting sicker?
Yeah.
Like, your sinus infection is getting worse.
He went to the doctor.
Yeah, I went to the ER. It's been no fun.
Oh, I know you had messaged that to me, but I didn't know you had gone a second time.
No, I'm just talking about that first time.
Oh, okay. Well, then, no, I knew about that. Dang, man.
So,
You need to tell it no.
Yeah.
y'all.
I tried that already. It refused. That usually works too, which is
In the
strange.
name of Jesus,
In the name of Jesus,
lay
we
your
banish
hands
you.
on Cap and help him to get well.
Wheel. Get a wheel.
If I want to
Get
put
well.
my hands on Cap, I got to get a step
And
stool.
cast this out of his body and help him feel normal.
We gotta get a giant
Amen.
ladder to get on top of Cap. Cap is 375 feet tall.
Hit him with
Yeah.
that lay of hands.
Yeah.
Then God's the one that can do it.
You need a paladin, Cap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You need an exorcist.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's great to hear everybody had a good holiday. And now, who went
Yeah.
Black Friday shopping? Cap said he didn't go. I was working, so I mean, if you want to count that.
I've had to work. Me and Lane have both had to work during Black Friday at Bass Pro.
I went
And,
to food outlets,
and-
not Walmart.
yeah, I would never wish that on anybody.
I remember Black Friday at Bass Pro one time. There was this dude that had, or no, it started out with this lady that had like 1 million dog beds, and she wanted me to get a buggy for her. So I went down to get a buggy. I come up in the elevator, and a dude has a puppy in a shopping cart, and it just pisses straight onto the elevator floor.
Nice.
And I'm like, all right, I gotta get housekeeping.
Nice.
Yeah, it's chaotic. Like, I'll tell the story about my end because Lane was a measly boat cleaner.
Measly.
Measly.
Yeah,
No,
but-
you kept them boats looking shiny.
Look, with what they paid me, they're lucky I kept them boats as
Uh-huh.
shiny as they were.
But when I worked over in electronics, marine electronics,
Yeah.
we were there at like 2
Damn early. Too damn
2 in
early.
the morning,
Yeah.
just about, I think. And they started lining up like at what, 5?
Something like
No,
that.
we were opening at 5, so they started
They were
lining
there
up
earlier than that.
3.
Yeah.
So they started lining up about an hour after we all of the workers had got there.
Yeah.
So, I had to go, like, we had a couple of debt finders or fish finders that we were putting on sale, and we had a good bit of them. And rather than just like opening the doors and letting people just run in and try and grab one, I told the manager, I was like, listen here, boss, we're going to go give people like a little ticket, like a little voucher that they can come to the desk and redeem for claiming one of these debt finders.
Yeah.
Because they're already here, they're already in line, and so that way people aren't rushing around trying to get places and get to another spot and blah, blah, blah. We can keep them a little orderly. So I'd gone out, and there's this huge fucking line, and I have to yell, like, RTC came in clutch, because I had to fucking yell. I was like, who's here to get a debt finder? And like a bunch of people raised their hands. And so I just start going through the line, like, here's your ticket. You don't have to come to the desk immediately, but if you don't get there by 12, you're going to lose your claim.
Yeah.
And so go through and, like, I'm like, how many do you want? They're like, I want this many. All right, like, you get this many tickets for this specific debt finder. And I went through, and so we were pretty staggered throughout the day because people knew that they were guaranteed one of these debt finders. But then some of the people who trickled in later, those people were kind of rushing around and they were trying to get these things. And I mean, it was hellacious.
You know what that reminds me of? What was it, Christmas Day, where I was still an elf?
Mm-hmm.
Was it that day itself that they had us out front, the elves, like a couple of us, handing out like cookies and hot chocolate?
Yes.
Hang on. Did you have your beard when you were an elf?
It's
not really.
It was mainly just in a state of...
I've got a picture of you with a big-ass cow dog.
Yeah, it was mainly just in a state of unshaven. Like, I would trim it down, but I never, like, fully let it go
Just kept
back
it.
then.
You just kept it in 12 o'clock shadow mode.
It was a little more than that. It would get, like, a bit advanced past that, and then I would trim it all
That was
off.
in 2019, wasn't it? Or 2018?
I don't remember.
It had to have been in 2018.
Yeah, there was me with Big Cow Dog.
Oh,
There
that's awesome.
it is.
The Cap Dog.
That's awesome. Yeah, so guys, did y'all hear? Me and Cap, we were doing some digging, and we're just looking up news and stuff. Did y'all hear about the whole Sweden calling for Europe to ban Bitcoin mining?
No, wait a minute. We didn't talk about anything like this. This is new.
No, this is what happened when we were looking up stuff. I saw this and wrote it down and did some digging myself. I did my own mining.
I know. I have no clue. I'm going to be honest, Drake. I don't have a damn topic. Neither does Lane because we've just been hanging out.
I like it. Dude, it's cool, man. This is wild. So, like, if you just type it in...
Let me go look it up. Yeah.
Type it in, like, and you'll see the first, like, 4 articles that pop up. Sweden calls on Europe to pull the plug on Bitcoin mining. Sweden calls for Europe to ban crypto mining over environmental concerns. But then the next one says, Sweden wants the EU to ban cryptocurrency mining, says the assets are used for criminal purposes. Sweden's call to ban crypto mining gets Norway's support. It's just all this. Apparently, they're going in very heavy.
Hey, do you know what else is used for criminal assets?
Money.
Actual
Regular money.
Regular money.
So is fine art.
Yes. Yes, that's money laundering. All day. All day.
But I can see the appeal to want to ban cryptocurrency because it is a lot harder to trace.
Yeah, and it's easier to use online, which is where a
Exactly.
lot of the darker criminal transactions happen.
I mean, like, most of the time you go to the dark web, most of your shit you're buying, you're going to buy it in a cryptocurrency of some form.
Yeah.
Sure. But
Because it's not very easily traceable, and it's going to cost people more time to try and track it than it is to make it worth a while.
let's all say what this really is. Let's all say what this really is.
Actually. Oops, sorry.
Okay, well, one at a time, ladies.
Yeah.
I want to talk about some Jackson real quick. It's actually a lot easier to track Bitcoin than you think. It's incredibly easy.
I saw
So
something about
every
that.
time you use a Bitcoin, it creates a bit chain. and you could very easily link BitChains back to people's Bitcoin wallet.
What I'm saying is that's Bitcoin. That's not every other cryptocurrency. And most of the time, like
almost
like
all
I said,
cryptocurrencies use that.
on the dark web, you're using various cryptocurrencies, and not every cryptocurrency does that.
So there are certain cryptocurrencies that don't do that, and those cryptocurrencies usually get shut down pretty quickly. So that it's illegal. You cannot do that.
Well, so is the dark web, so.
Yeah, I mean, so is the dark web, but it still exists.
There's no way to shut off the dark web, though. That's something completely different. But
Yeah.
that's on a whole different spectrum than cryptocurrency. The dark web is like a literal a world. But yeah, so all I was trying to say is, personally, I think Sweden got on the Bitcoin bandwagon late, and they missed out on all that moolah. They just jealous. That's all this is. They jealous. They're just so jealous. They see that the UK is just banging right now, making moolah, rolling in the dough from some Bitcoin.
Well, the problem is, so here's the biggest problem that I can foresee when it comes to cryptocurrency.
Yeah.
If you are genuine, it may not even be a jealousy thing to me, but if you're late to joining in on the cryptocurrency bandwagon, and if that becomes the standard for buying things, like a universal dollar, essentially, your economy's going to be crippled.
Yeah, because you weren't ahead of the curve. It's going to take much longer for you to implement the sort of foundation for using the cryptocurrency. So you're going to be behind everybody else that's already got the groundwork for using it and creating it.
Sure.
And in modern economy now, where we still use, we use like digital transactions and whatnot, and we still have like physical cash in hand. It's going to cripple your economy because the transfer of actual money to cryptocurrency won't be the same, because you look at how much Bitcoin is worth. I can see why they would be pretty pissed about it, but I don't see banning it, because at some point they're going to have to allow it back. They're going to have to unban it.
Possibly.
Because it's going to become a standard way to buy a lot of products.
Possibly, but really, man, Sweden can do whatever they want. Look at, in India, Africa, Japan, China's a big one. In China, for instance, they ban all kinds of stuff that the rest of the world kind of is so used to using, we can't think of life without anymore. But China,
you got to think that's also not money.
Yeah. Well, again, in China, you can't use the American dollar, even though it's prolific. There's a lot of stuff like that, man, where in time the country might come around to say, all right, well, maybe we should jump on the bandwagon. But really, it's up to them, and they can do.
Dollar in China, you might not physically be able to use it, but China relies on the American dollar. Every country relies on the American dollar.
I don't know about that. I think every country relies on China. Right now.
Every country. Trust me, every country relies on our dollar, and because you can look at it, you can watch the economy fluctuate with the value of the American dollar.
It's scary.
Everywhere else, it's just like people. The whole world runs on our dollar.
I would like to still think that, but just from what I've seen recently, it's just me personally. I have a hard time having faith in that concept because of what's happened here. And I don't want to get on that topic because that's a real deep topic for me that I'll rant on for fucking hours. But that's neither here nor there. So while I was doing this digging and I was looking up other, just some news, I went through PC Gamer and I went through some Game Rant articles. Now, some of the stuff on PC Gamer that really stuck out to me were a couple of these titles that they had for some of their articles, like Dark Souls was named the ultimate game of all time. Dragon Age 4 senior creative director left BioWare, which again was news to me. And that's
that's not good news.
Yeah, that is. I think that was actually pretty fresh too. That one, I think was like up there with like some of their top news. Me personally, not a huge BioWare supporter, but I know. Was it you've been playing Dragon Age recently, Zach?
Yeah. Oh, have you been doing it too?
Yeah, I've just got to renew my Origin subscription to keep going.
Who is that?
That's Biddy. Biddy, what do you want?
I have mine on Steam.
I've got mine through Origin because it's free through Origin if you've got their like subscription thing.
Yeah.
And I love Dragon Age. Dragon Age is one of those I grew up with. It is very much a nostalgic classic for me. And I've enjoyed all of them. I really don't think any of them were bad, as opposed to some people who really didn't like Inquisition. But seeing it's like the mass exodus that's happening at Blizzard with all of the new games coming out. What was it, like the lead creative director of Diablo 4 quit? Jeff Kaplan quit, and he was leading the Overwatch 2. I mean,
you know what? I think that's a good thing that these gaming companies are having so many people leave, because it's like the natural order of things. You know, you have something that's so large and so great for so long. Eventually, it's just time for people to split off and make new and better companies that are less corrupt. You know, eventually down the line, they will get, you know, nay-nayed by like Activision or EA or something like that. But I think it's better for like the games community itself that these people are leaving, so that they might pursue their own projects and create something that's more true to their vision. And that just means newer and fresher games for us.
Honestly, it's the same way the economy works now, where you've got your big corporations and then you've got small businesses, and small businesses are essential to our economy, being that it is a democratic republic. But it's the same way with the gaming industry. You've got these big corporations like Activision, BioWare, all of these different companies. Then you've got the indie developers. And indie games and indie developers have become really popular nowadays.
Yeah.
And that's what we want, because now you've got, rather than all of these great minds only working under one banner, they're splitting off now, making their own stake and their own claim, and you're getting so many new and awesome games.
You know what I think goes with that? What? Sorry?
I was saying you'd love to see it, man. You really do.
What I think goes with that is that it also lends truth to the fact that you don't need to have millions of dollars to make a game that's really good.
Exactly.
You don't need to have all the resources that Blizzard might have, or all of the other large gaming companies, to make a game that people genuinely like love, and that they want to keep playing for an extended period of time.
It speaks a lot.
I would agree with you guys. But seeing what happened to Hideo Kojima when he left his company.
Hold on, Cap. I can't hear you, man. What were you? There's some noise going on.
Sorry.
What was that? Zach, are you okay? Did you fall?
No, Nana was getting ice.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that was loud.
From what? What was she getting ice from? An igloo?
The refrigerator. Dude, we're sitting in our living room now.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. I could hear that from here? My God.
And then the refrigerator literally was like just 5 feet away.
From the living room? In your house?
Yeah.
The living room?
Yeah.
So
Okay.
wait, Cam, what were you saying?
Oh, what I was saying was that, well, I would normally agree that big names breaking off from companies usually does create a better product, but seeing what happened to Hideo Kojima, and like he split off from his massive company where he was putting out great game after great game, immediately to come out with Death Stranding, I don't know.
I feel like Death Stranding had a vision for it that they accomplished, but it was probably a game created to be different, because there really are or were no other games exactly like Death Stranding at the moment that it was released.
You're not to call you out, Cap, but you're marginalizing too. That's one case in many.
But
that doesn't really happen that often. Like, people leave, but they usually go join other different bigger projects.
Yeah, that's
That's one of the few cases where somebody broke off, they made their own studio.
Yeah.
And he did have the unique opportunity to do that. And as far as the game being different, the game absolutely is different, and the story is interesting and likable. The problem is that the gameplay is garbage.
Death Stranding. I
It really
absolutely.
is.
I watched the game being played a little bit, and I was like, this game is absolutely not for me. But on a technical level, it's very well done. There's a whole bunch of stuff in it that a player that enjoys the game might find out or notice. And graphically, it was a very beautiful game. But I can acknowledge that it was a good game, but it just wasn't for me. Doesn't mean it's a bad game.
Yeah.
I do wanna
So
say-
one thing that I liked about Death Stranding, me personally, because I don't like the game, like I love the art and the style. The concept was not for me. That was just not for me. Even I played a little bit of it, was not for me. I was like, holy crap, I'm bored. But I love the idea that like you play with stuff from other people can leave you. Like, okay, other people built a ladder, right? And that ladder will be there for you to use. Stuff like that. That was a cool concept. I was like, oh, that's actually really neat. That's something that that's different from a lot of other games. Now about that guy leaving BioWare, the article that I saw on PC Gamer was written by Molly Taylor. Apparently, it was mutually agreed upon his leaving, and his name is Matt Goldman. Been there for 23 years. He joined in like '98. Now, the reason a representative from EA went to Kotaku and explained that no reason has been provided, but that his departure. But for his departure, but this is what they said, that it leaves the next Dragon Age game in excellent hands with the team here at the studio. We will carry forward our vision for the game. Now, he joined in '98. The one thing that people are concerned about is that being that he's been working on this game, because there's a lot that people, of course, we don't know about the game yet. That's a big concern. And that the transfer, again, of the concept and the art and all this stuff, the concept art and everything going over to other hands, that it's not going to be changed too much from what we've seen. Because that's going to go back to, hey, this is what we have, and now that's being passed over to a whole other group of people because he was the lead on it. You don't want to see everything that we thought we were going to get go out the window, and now we're getting something else.
Well, I do want to say, because there was something I was want to say earlier about indie games and game developers leaving companies. The best example that can be provided in any case is Five Nights at Freddy's. In all actuality, you've got one individual man who has now created a empire, essentially, of games, and has climbed his way to the top and is releasing a AAA title based around an indie game that he created years and years ago.
That very much began as a cult following.
That began as a cult following. And it's like Lane said, it proves you don't have to have millions and millions of dollars to have a great game and to succeed as a developer. It's honestly really amazing to see the evolution of. I like Five Nights at Freddy's for the story. I like all the interconnecting pieces and all the hidden secrets and whatnot. And it's amazing to see where it has gone to, because when it was announced at like E3, it had more views than Spider-Man Miles Morales, and there was one more game that was announced. It had more views than both of them combined.
Yeah.
And so, people are extremely excited for it to see and it is a very hyped game. It's not so hyped to where it could potentially be like a just downfall or like a disappointment, but it definitely is. It's definitely a very hyped up game, and it's releasing, I think, next month.
Something about that, like the fan base and how the hype is for it. I think a large majority is of the people that, are looking forward to playing it and further exploring the world that he has created. But also, I think that maybe a smaller majority of people are just happy for him and the fact that he did something so small at the beginning, but that he's gained so much success from it. So in a way, it's kind of like a success story. It sort of gives hope to other indie or solo developers that want to create a game, and they're like, well, if this guy can make it, then if my concept for a game and my game itself is good enough and interesting enough, then, I can also make it as big or, reasonably big as he did,
Yeah. Yeah,
She ended up.
me personally, I enjoy the games. And when I saw that one come out, or the announcement for it, I was kind of hyped. Looked different. Looked fun. It looked like something I would actually enjoy playing.
How does
Oh, Zach, by the way, your girl Amaranth, you'll be pleased to know, she said that she's probably not going to stop doing Twitch anytime soon. In an article.
No, again.
She said the only way she would stop is if the money doesn't make sense anymore. So if she is not making money off it, then she'll stop doing it. So you better keep giving her money, man.
Dude, look, I don't personally give her any money. I see clips and stuff.
Sure.
I'm not simping here.
Sure.
But she is a genius. She knows how to make big money moves, and it has definitely been seen recently. As far as what was it, 3 weeks ago or 2 weeks ago? Twitch announced a new category, which was like animals and farms and stuff like that. And I mean, day one, she was already out on a farm with these horses and was streaming and was on top of the category already. And it's just she sets the meta, and it is really good for her. I mean, God,
Now, Zach,
how much money she makes. Do what?
you don't think that she very well likely got a lot of insider information from the people who work at Twitch, who are like, hey, listen, we're going to put in this new category. We want you to stream about it day one.
I mean, yes, Cap, but there's also the fact that she is an absolute genius. So it wouldn't be too far-fetched for that to have just not happened, and she'd do it anyways. She is a very, very smart person when it comes to making money or using Twitch as a generator for money outside of OnlyFans and outside of Patreon and outside of all that stuff.
You know what I think about Amaranth? I think that, yes, she is very smart, but I think the dudes that are jealous or hate on her are mad because they know that they can't do the same thing and make as much money, and the women that are mad and upset or jealous at her are upset that they either, one, don't look traditionally attractive enough to get away with it, or two, didn't think of doing it in the first place. Because, yes, she is attractive, but she's using her body not like a prostitute in any capacity, but she's using it because she knows that people are interested in watching her, and she's taking advantage of it in such a way that there's nothing inherently wrong with it. She's just making money where she knows she can make the money, and she's created something off of that.
And like Wayne said, there's the way she's taking advantage of not necessarily people, but she's taking advantage of how the platform operates is very, very intelligent. I mean, she's always on top of her game. She's always it's so hard to just describe because it's other than saying it's genius.
I get it. Just you saying, just you mentioning her being on top is getting you all cotton mouthed.
Oh yeah, you know it.
So, real quick,
there was a clip that I saw the other day where it was Ludwig, and Ludwig had popped in to see her stream, and she was doing an ASMR stream. And while she's doing ASMR, she's watching him stream at the same time, and he starts asking her, he's like, Ammo, do you watch movies or do you watch YouTube videos while you're doing this ASMR? And she starts nodding her head and just starts laughing.
Huh.
And so all the while, not only is she securing the bag for herself, she's helping other people because she's watching them actively watching their streams or watching the videos that they put out.
Yeah,
and so it's definitely
Yeah.
Genius. Big money moves.
Yeah, so real quick, man, because I was trying to find this article, or an article about this, because I remember you were talking about the creator of Five Nights at Freddy's. I remember he got into some controversy or some shit. Now that I see what it was, I'm like, this is the dumbest thing when he got doxxed and everything.
Yeah.
And him and his wife were getting death threats, all because he was doing something that people did not agree with. That's stupid. God dang.
It definitely is one of those things where it was cancel culture at its finest.
No,
where,
legitimately, yeah.
Oh, he donates to this politician or this organization that actively disagrees with my beliefs. We should cancel him.
Yep. And
I mean, me and Lana Stein were just talking about that.
Doxed him. They doxed him and his pregnant wife at the time. She was pregnant at the time, and she couldn't even sleep, according to these interviews, because she was terrified about what was being said online and that somebody was going to come to their house.
Yeah.
I mean, me personally, man, you know me. I would have grabbed my gun and say, "Bring it on." I would enjoy this. I know the law very well. Please come here.
Yes, please. I will defend my castle at all costs.
Absolutely. If threats were made online, that's a whole different ballgame, because you can have you're then under reasonable belief that you and your family's life might be well-being might be threatened, jeopardized. Somebody says something they're going to do harm to you or your family online, and then they actually show up. What do you think's going to happen?
I mean, it's essentially eventually we're going to have to face that. Me, you, Cap, and Lane. Nobody's safe from death threats if they're online. And if we continue our podcast to the point to where it's decently popular, we're going to eventually get death threats.
Oh, I would love to see
Don't tickle my taint, I dare you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you feel like you got the balls to do it,
we're probably we're probably the people they don't want to do that with the most. I know all of us, and we're all we really don't give a shit about y'all kind of thing.
It really, yeah. We really are just we don't give a shit. I'll show you a good fucking old Southern beatdown. I'll meet you in the middle of a dirt road and show you what's up.
Yeah, we'll show you a good time. You'll remember it. You'll remember your time we spent together.
Somebody who doesn't like you comes to your door, gets their dick sucked, goes away. Easy.
Yeah.
South, man, it ain't nothing for somebody to show up at our door and we'll be like, yeah, you need to get the fuck off my property or you gonna die.
Yeah, dude, I totally agree. By the way, let's say I'm in the market for a new computer for whatever reason. Let's say gaming. Where should I look? Where should I go? What should I be looking for?
Honestly, it's tried and true, but if you know enough about it, and I could even help you, it's traditionally cheaper to get a better computer by buying the individual parts over an extended period of time. You can catch sales on parts that you want and build your own computer from the ground up.
How much cheaper would you say doing it that way would be?
If you catch the right deals on Newegg and other sites, it will be infinitely cheaper in the sense that you get a better computer than a pre-built would be, and the pre-built would probably be more just because they're if you're buying a pre-built, you don't know what you're doing, which is sometimes the case.
I bought I bought my computer pre-built,
okay,
and then I threw some extra RAM in there, and altogether for that it was $900. You can definitely build my same setup for way less than that if you were to actually buy the individual parts. It may take a little longer
because you gotta wait for sales.
Yeah, sales happen all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, today, I guarantee you, there's a lot of sales and stuff. Today's Cyber Month. No, today's Sunday or Month.
Sunday.
Tomorrow.
Are you being for real? You don't remember what today is?
Yeah, dude, I'm lost in translation right now. But no, tomorrow is Cyber Monday, so I guarantee you, if you went to go look, you would find a lot of deals tomorrow on Newegg or part websites, stuff like that.
Micro Center.
Micro Center.
Amazon must have heard you say that, because they just sent me a Cyber Monday thing on my phone as you were saying this. They said great deals in Cyber Monday tomorrow, and I was like, thanks. Thanks. It wasn't like I was just being told that.
Thanks for listening to me in my entire life.
Yeah, thank you for hearing me, big brother.
So, I mean, it would take a couple, I wouldn't say it would take a couple months. I'd say maybe 2 or 3 to really get all of the parts. But you could definitely build one. Really, your most expensive part is probably going to be the case.
It depends. The graphics card and the CPU are traditionally pretty expensive.
Okay.
But I would say the graphics card would be where most of the money goes. Just because, as soon as cryptocurrency started, you start mining, and then, we have a chip shortage, and because China's holding a whole bunch of chips.
My God, are they?
And also, another big thing about building your own computer, you're better off building your own computer because you're eventually going to have to take your computer apart and clean it and put it back together. And you're going to want to know how everything fits, and you're going to want to know how the hardware goes together, because to properly take care of a computer, you take care of the computer itself, like the software and your desktop and everything, but then the hardware itself also needs to be cleaned out to keep it running at peak efficiency, and to keep temps down, and blow the dust out of it and really get it clean.
Just knock the dust off every once in a while. So, Kat, what would you say? What is your take? What do you think? I know you have an Alienware, but what would you think as far as computers go and the pricing and all that? What would you be looking for? Kat, were you dead?
I'm sneezing.
Oh.
Me bad build computer. Me buy computer offline.
Cap is just an ape.
Lovely. I love to see it. No, you're such a good man. You 350-foot tall man.
I will suggest, don't buy a laptop and shove a 280 Super inside. It's a mistake.
Yeah, your battery lasts 2 seconds.
Unironically, my battery lasts 30 minutes at most. I never get full performance out of it ever because the thing overheats in minutes. I have to hook up an AC unit that I keep next to my bed if I want to run a good game.
That's
and we're going to be playing Halo later?
That's why. Because I was always wondering, like, whenever I saw that, like, why does Cap have, like, an AC unit on his bed with him? It's for a computer.
I sleep with that, but I also use it to cool down the
computer. You just turn it. Here you go. Get some fresh air, buddy. Yeah, so what kind of computer was it Jeff had? Lane, I know you were sitting over there with him. What was his computer? Because he said he bought his. He told me this the other day, because took my Jeep by. We were looking at the Jeep motor, a whole bunch of bullshit with that, by the way. But we're looking at that, talking with him. And he says, the computer I have is probably, he said, I bought that around almost $800. He said, right now, you could probably get it for $300 if you looked. He said, right now. He's like, the same age and everything. He's like, I haven't had a single issue out of it. You probably find it right now for about $300. But I don't know what it was that he was
I
wrong.
want to say it was an Asus.
I would say, yeah, an Asus sounds right.
An Asus ROG.
Asus.
Maybe not even an ROG.
Okay, so not sure if I'm able to find one on that for them.
Because ROG is Republic of Gamers, and they typically are the set of gaming-related hardware.
Gotcha. Another thing I wanted to bring up, guys. Black Friday just passed by. I know that we talked about, working and everything. Have y'all ever actually went out into the stores, went to the mobs, fought the good fight to win you that beautiful, $35? You've never done that?
No, no. I'll just buy it regularly if I don't have to fist fight somebody over something.
That's part of it. It's like fighting for your kill, fighting for your food.
No.
Lane sounds
getting that recliner.
Lane sounds. It sounds like you've done it. Sounds like you've been there. Sounds like you survived the fight.
Well, yeah, because of COVID.
Yeah.
Sounds like Lane survived the fight before. Can you tell me about this hunt?
Listen, if I ever have to go to do a Black Friday sale, you already know I'm getting full dressed up in some like Battle Rager armor.
Oh yeah, you're gonna look like one of Bruner's.
You start bumping into people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Fucking
like,
spikes.
I'm rolling up into there like, if you run into me, you're gonna get knocked the fuck out because I'm charging through this bitch.
Cap, you personally, you don't go to. Have you ever been Black Friday shopping?
I've been Black Friday shopping one time in my life.
Was that the time that you almost got jumped?
Yeah, it was the time I almost got beat up at the Coke factory, Burlington Coke factory.
That's where it
the
was?
place to die.
God, that's embarrassing. Get a
I
beat
know
down.
it has to be a Burlington Coat factory.
Get a beat down while he's trying to buy a coat.
I actually did buy a coat. I got a really nice leather coat while I was there. I used that thing for years after that.
Yeah, every single time he put it on, he just remembered he has like PTSD strokes. He's just going through the motions when he puts it on.
Just think of the headphones.
You just think of those headphones and the former president. That's all you
Like,
think
had
about.
me die, officer, but he was trying to stay warm for the winter. I don't know. Shit was wild.
He's gonna have to tell you the story off stream because
It's not a story I can tell on stream.
it's pretty funny though. It's pretty funny. I've been a few times, and I was kind of like forced to go because they knew that if somebody like shoved Caitlin or anybody when I was there, that they were going to catch an ass whooping. So I was kind of the guy, and y'all know how I walk. Apparently, I walk like the whole world moves or something like that around me.
What?
So apparently, when I walk, it's like I walk, and what did somebody tell me? I look like a brick house or something.
Oh yeah, that's believable. You
The
look like a
brick
moving
house?
brick house. Yeah.
So all they did is they just like stood right behind me, and they just let me walk through these fucking crowds and just make a line for us.
I was gonna say because Caitlin is teeny tiny. All she has to do is just be right behind you as you're walking through, and it's almost like this just bubble that forms.
It's like Farrah Tor from Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, exactly.
Caitlyn is a natural rogue build. That's what she is. She was born to be a rogue build.
Yeah,
That's an elf right
true.
there. She's sneaky.
She is.
Well, I don't know. I mean, she did play a monk for a long time. I mean,
Yeah,
I could see Caitlin definitely being a monk.
I could see that, and she does throw a mean right hook.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she will. She is not ashamed to smack somebody in the face.
Well, see, that gets me wondering, what all are our classes? Like, what would I be classed as?
Paladin. No.
Cleric.
Well, see, I always thought myself I'd be a war cleric.
Yeah, I see that. I absolutely see that. You definitely
What
would
would
be.
I, like, I don't. What would I be?
Oh God!
You
Like
seem
you're
like a
druid.
ranger. Like you
That's
seem
nice.
like a ranger to me. Just the way you look and everything, and your demeanor and that really chill attitude. It would definitely be like druid or ranger.
I like the druid.
Definitely Drew.
I would say probably ranger as well.
Huh.
Very, very in tune with like the way you speak and your mannerisms and your knowledge and your chill vibe and everything. It's not necessarily that you're connected to nature, but I could definitely say ranger.
Lane says, connected with nature? And a bird flies in and lands on his head. What do you mean?
I don't know what you're talking about. No, that true fact. One time in high school, we were out back playing yell band football, which is essentially football but with no pads. It's like full tackle when we played it with band members.
Yeah.
And we were playing, and we had stopped for a second, and I got a butterfly to land on my hand, and then I gently coerced it onto the football, and then I kicked the football.
It's just like, yeah, I'm one with nature, and it's gonna get destroyed. Let's see here.
Funny parts of that story, though, is the butterfly came back for more
Yes.
after the ride.
God, well, I don't know what Cap would be. Cap would probably be Cap's got to be a barbarian.
Yeah, I was
Cap's
gonna
got
say,
to be a rage.
Because
Cap
of
is
his
a
body.
barbarian.
What does Zach say?
I was
Hold
like,
on.
the second we talked about this, I was like, oh, I'm barbarian.
But yeah, you're 372 feet tall.
I know you're a fucking ent, my man.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
But no, in all actuality, I would probably say Cap would be. Cap's definitely not any kind of charismatic class.
like a bard.
But honestly, actually, no. I say he's not necessarily charismatic. I could definitely say I would definitely say Cap could be a bard, but in a different way of how a bard operates. Like rather than
Way of the drunken bard.
rather than drunken bard. Rather than it being like songs and stuff like that, I could definitely see Cap writing novels and stories.
Now, I could see him being more along the lines of the big drummer boy, and he just carries a snare or something.
Yeah.
He's just rattling off everywhere he goes.
I could see that. Yeah.
But Cap is a dump-statted charisma bard.
If he plays a bard, he has to have an instrument because his hands are so big that it can't be something small.
Hands.
Yeah.
Well, he's a bard, but like he gets a +10 to charisma every time he's inebriated.
That's true. You were way more charismatic when you were drunk, Cap.
You were. Yeah, you were. Like it was pretty epic, man. When you were intoxicated, that was beautiful.
Is that what we're gonna call that? Epic?
Yeah, it was epic.
It was pretty great.
It was great, yeah.
Now Drake would be.
Who the hell is Tyrone Williams?
I could see Drake being a paladin.
Yeah,
I definitely could see him being a paladin.
I knew you were going to say that. It's because I'm a cop. It's because I'm a cop, isn't it?
But no, it's not even that.
It is because you're a cop. That's the only logic I had for that. Like he's a paladin.
I could also see Drake being a war wizard.
Yeah, it was between a wizard and a paladin is how I saw myself too.
I could definitely see you being a. Yeah.
I'm the keeper of the tomes because of how much I love books.
Exactly.
Yeah. You're Uther.
Yeah, he's basically Uther.
You carry a book around with you, and you have all your spells and incantations in it.
Spells and incantations for those who can cast them.
Yeah.
Hold on. Cap, what did you say?
We gotta guess.
What the fuck? You guys are in the wrong channel.
Oh my God, Caleb, what are you doing?
Look at this. Look, they
I
split.
didn't know
Look,
you
they
guys were
split.
live.
Oh,
You're
that's
not in
beautiful.
the channel.
Oh,
Caleb,
God.
how you doing, my friend? How you doing? How you doing, Caleb?
Look at this beautiful
doing
man just jumping in over here.
Pretty swell.
Yeah.
Caleb, what's going on, dude? How you been?
I'm fine. Just enjoying the holidays, you know.
Oh yeah, or they been enjoying you?
Like Gallagher.
They've been enjoying me.
An ad, but I have it on my phone.
Dude, this stream is probably my favorite one because it's so chaotic.
Oh, this is. You should
We had
have.
somebody stop by our chat, by the way. I don't know if anybody saw.
Wait, what?
No,
We had somebody make a comment in our chat.
was it you?
What did they say?
Tyrone Williams J. Jr. said, "What the fuck, frowny face."
My
We've already
boy.
upset the masses.
We've upset the masses.
That's what I'm talking about, man. Fucking dope, baby.
Dude, I'm happy. I'm happy about that.
Me too.
You know what? I want to go see this comment.
I want to go shake this man's hand. Nah, I want to shake this dude's hand. What are you talking about?
Dude, he might be upset, but I already fell in love with him. Like, look at this picture.
Let me see this.
That's a Chad and a half right there.
I'm ready to kiss this man.
Hold on, I need to see what I'm about to fall in love with. Hold on. Y'all telling me all these beautiful little stories here. Like this is the manliest man.
See, I can't even tell if somebody's commented on my Facebook one because I've got it set up weird. So
Go in the pricing and all. Oh yeah, look at this.
I just would like to know when this comment was commented. I want to know what we upset him with.
I do too.
Yeah, like, what did we
Please
do?
come back. Why did you respond that way? What did it?
Tell me,
I'm
Tyrone.
just going to hop over to his channel and ask.
Just message him privately like, what about our podcast upset you?
Just tell him, please don't leave us. We love you.
We love you. Come back.
We can see that people are one.
Yeah.
We have 3 people.
Oh, I'm one of them.
I'm one of them.
I'm also one of them.
Wait, sorry, that's
That sounds like more than 3 people.
we get people to watch it after the fact.
I'm also one of them.
Wait. Oh, shit, it went up to 4. Look at that.
So hold on, if you just like type in Tyrone Williams Jr., The first thing that came up for me was like Dallas police officer Tyrone Williams Jr. arrested, charged with sexual assault of a child.
I saw
God.
that.
Oh wow!
Maybe I don't like this Tyrone guy much.
Maybe that's
anymore.
him. Hold on.
Oh no!
Not like him.
He heard that you were a lawman, Drake, and he was like, "Hey, what the fuck? Come on."
Yeah.
Like,
He's like,
Yeah,
God dang, man. He's just out there sexually assaulting children.
Can't be having that.
Nah. All right, let me see. Hold on. Let's see. No, I can't find it.
Because you're just, let's get back on track. We got distracted by Tyrone Williams Jr.
We got distracted by
Oh,
you
that
for bringing it up. Oh,
Cap, I love getting distracted by your beautiful voice.
Oh, Shelby's here. She sent 2.
that's not Shelby. That's Cheyenne, my girlfriend. Cheyenne.
Oh my God! Cap, no.
what did he just say?
He said Shelby.
Oh,
That's
Shelby's
not
here.
hard.
Shelby.
He literally did shut in the Kirby. So Shelby.
I don't know. I just thought it was a name for a minute. I was like, oh, I'm not going to read that name. I already know
Oh,
Wait, who's Serial Bird?
that's that.
Oh, okay.
We should all know that
it.
one, man. Serial Bird. We know who
That's
that
an
is.
old that meme.
Love how you apologize to her in the chat when she's right next to me.
Fuck you, ass eater. I don't know who you are.
Oh.
We just need to start fights with everybody that comments and is in the chat.
Every single person.
Be like, here's my address. Come and fight me.
Mm-hmm.
Couple ground rules. We both need to be on illegal substances. So it's a fair fight.
We both need to bring a blunt martial weapons.
Yes.
And then take a hit of fentanyl.
Yes. Yeah.
No, I'm taking that. I'm just directly snorting battery acid. What do you mean?
Oh, you're
I'm
gonna say
doing
bath
bath salts. You never take me down.
I mean, you just hear me start going, what? Just turn into a
We
zombie.
start eating my face off, and I'm like, you're a lot rougher than last time.
Oh.
Oh, goodness.
This podcast has descended to the madness.
It really has.
Cap, you need to like. I'm gonna get a Corazon and start trafficking drugs again in your game. He's just gonna start distributing them into the party.
It really went downhill the second I joined.
Oh, yeah. That's probably why, man. You joined and he was like, man, what the fuck? And then, yeah, Caleb joined. He's like, God dang, who's this?
So Caleb, how was your Thanksgiving? What are you up to?
How's my Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
It was a normal Thanksgiving, besides the fact that I didn't go, because I was sick.
Bro, you are always sick.
Yeah, I have the immune system of old men.
You have the immune system of a newborn.
Wait,
No,
Caleb.
newborns have great immune systems.
Wait, Caleb. How do
What?
germs even reach you? You're like 8'3", so
Oh, here we go.
Oh my god.
Junior
I'm
Cap
not-
over here, rocking in at a whopping 9'5".
No, the cap at this point is at 380 feet tall.
Yeah, he is pushing about a good 385, but we have somebody now who's trying to catch up at 10'5", so better be careful, Cap.
Caleb's coming up quick.
He is.
Yeah, Caleb is definitely a solid 12-12.
He's the new up and comer.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to organize like one of those backyard wrestling matches.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Because I won't stand for this.
We need to start making me shorter every time we mention my height.
Mm-hmm.
We're just gonna have to, we're gonna have to get like a pool and like fill it up with mud, and we're gonna go mud wrestling.
I was gonna say we could do
Mud wrestling.
Like at the Renaissance Fair.
Yeah.
Well, then we're wrestling.
That was a retelling of Hamlet in the mud.
Yeah.
Can we heat up the mud this time?
No.
Yeah, we can make it boiling.
No.
No.
No, you will freeze.
You don't want to boil mud?
No, we will freeze.
What?
I never.
I never.
Did you just say boil mud, you will freeze?
No.
We don't boil the mud. We keep it cold so that they understand the severity of the situation in which they are mud wrestling for.
Oh, I totally misunderstood that. Okay. Roger.
Yeah.
Caleb, did you go Black Friday shopping?
Me?
No, the other Caleb. Did you go
Oh,
Black
the
Friday
other
shopping?
I know how to go. I thought you were talking to somebody else because I'm not poor.
Of what? Black Friday shopping? What?
I'm gonna go Black Friday shopping.
God damn.
Oh man, he's so offended by it. He's like, "What do you
He
mean?"
just went for the throat, but he went
Yeah,
for
he's-
the Black Friday
He's
shopping.
like, "Don't you ever mention Black Friday shopping around me again." And his eyes over there twitching.
As he like fondles his goblet of wine in his throne. The Black Friday shopping.
Oh, the atrocity.
If I would have gone Black Friday shopping, I would have gone just to get into a fight.
You should have.
I'm just saying, I thought that's why people went.
I can't imagine you would have fight for anything.
I fought a couple times.
I've been in about 3 fights. I won 2 of them. I lost 1 real bad. What's your record?
I'm 1-0 right now.
I want everybody to think about this just for a second. Cap said he lost a fight. Imagine how large that man must have been.
Okay.
It had to have been 470.
Well, he could have been like one of those judo guys that just threw Cap over his
Yeah, he
shoulder.
was. So,
Oh yeah, I was there for it. I remember now.
no, you were not.
Yeah, wasn't that in the Bronx?
That was in the Bronx.
Yeah.
Okay, so what happened
And
was
that's
I was in high school, and I liked this girl named Cheyenne. Just completely off.
You mean Shirley?
Yeah, I mean Shirley. No. She had a broken arm, and her ex-boyfriend had walked up to us while we were talking, and he started insulting her. And I was like, "Hey man, like you can't do that. You gotta get out of here." He was like, "What are you gonna do? Stop me?" And I stood up and I said, "I have to." And within 3 seconds, I was over his shoulder, on my back, on the ground. He leaned over to me and said, "Are you done?" And I said, "Yeah, done."
No, you should have just told him I could do this all day.
And then lift your leg up and kick him right in the testes.
I will say, man, when I was younger, I remember somebody trying to throw me, and I remember coming up off the ground, and then I just wrapped my legs around his legs, so when he tried to throw me, I was just like leached on him like a goddamn koala.
Well, if he would have succeeded in throwing you, he would have flipped himself over as well. So, I mean...
No, I mean, I think it was more like, how can I explain? It wasn't like over his shoulder kind of thing. It
It was like
was...
he bear hugged you.
No. He had like one arm up under my arm, and he was going to try to like flip me onto my back. And I grabbed his leg with my leg and wrapped it around. And I remember that. I latched onto that dude. So it turned into just ground fighting. And that was just a really funny fight, because I wouldn't say nobody won and nobody lost. We were just in a constant stalemate of trying to get out of a position and wrap someone up into one. It was like that.
I just beat the hell out of somebody when they sucker punch me. We already know what happens then.
I can watch like one of the lowest fucking ways to start a fight.
That's what happened to Zach. Somebody sucker punched him, man.
I think I remember him telling that story.
He sucker. Like, it was very much like in the movies when like you get hit and like your head shifts.
You got
and
discombobulated?
you turn back and look out. That's what happened. And then he hit me 2 more times, and I was like, "All right, he wants to go. We'll go."
He wants the smoke.
And you're a big guy, so you could absorb all that shot.
He like hit me right on the jaw. Like it was perfect, just lower ear jaw area. Just it was a good shot. Don't get me wrong, but it was definitely a sucker punch. And that poor boy though, he didn't know what he was getting into.
Well, Zach got angry with his adrenaline rush, and then he
Oh yeah.
From my understanding, Zach beat the living tar out of the kid. And then
he
they
had
banned
his posse with him. He had his fucking boys with him, and I guess they thought they were going to get in on it. And then I started beating the hell out of him, and I remember looking up at their faces of just sheer, like, terror.
Yeah. People reconsider stuff real quick. I learned that at a young age once you go complete ape shit on somebody. And when they realize, holy crap, that dude's crazy, yeah, usually they back off.
Yeah. There is a certain honor in fighting fair, and I will fight fair until you cheap shot me. Then there's no rules barred. I will fight as dirty as can be.
Yeah, you just gave up your right to breathe.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a cheap shot.
Dude, I will bite your fingers off.
Hold on, I want to know. Zach, ask Nana. Has she ever been in a conflict? Has she ever thrown a fist?
Everybody quiet down?
No, but I slammed a girl's leg in the car door before.
Oh.
And she wouldn't let me go. She drug me out of a bar, and we finally made it to the car. I mean, she like pulled my hair and drug me out of a bar. We were best friends. And we got to this convenience store, and I jumped out, and she was crawling across the seat to get me. When she stuck her leg out, I slammed the door on it.
That must have hurt like hell.
Oh,
Was it lower leg or upper leg?
We got in the store, and they locked us in.